Hey Feasters, and welcome to episode 176. And if you've ever wondered what the point of hiring a business coach is when all the information is free in the first place, well, you need to listen to this show because I'm going to tell you why. Welcome to the Ask Rezzz podcast. I'm Jason, and I'm here to help you get past those bumps in the road, those struggles, those things that hold you back from building an amazing and profitable freelance business each and every single day. As a business coach and mentor myself, I get asked this question quite often, to be honest with you. In fact, last week I had somebody come through the chat widget of my website on my coaching services page ask me this identical question. In episode 84, titled, "Did hiring a mentor really help you with starting your business?" you learned how stubborn I was in getting a business coach in the first place. And I'll link that up in the show notes so you can go grab a listen if you haven't already done so. I think what you'll hear in that episode will reinforce what you hear in this episode. If you are running a business of any kind, there's a good chance that you are not an expert in every single part of business. Let me repeat that. If you are running a business, there is a good chance that you are not an expert in every single part of business. Maybe you're exceptional at sales, but not so great at the implementation side of things. Or maybe you are technical, but suck at marketing. The great thing is that you can learn all of these things. In my other podcast, Live in the Feast, Ryan Carson last season, and I'll also link that up in the show notes, talks about how he's run a very successful business, multiple seven-figure business over the last decade. And he only just hired a CEO coach to smooth out the rough edges of himself and the business. Just about anything you lack as far as a skill, you can read countless articles, listen to tons of podcasts, and even watch thousands of minutes of maybe even hours of video on that topic, all for free. The downside is that you're going to be spending all of your free time doing so. And if you're running a business, we all know how much free time we really have. There's a good likelihood, too, that you'll be completely overwhelmed with the varying points of views and opinions on what is quote-unquote right. This overwhelm will leave you scattered and stretched thin. I know this because I've been there myself. Hiring a coach has a number of benefits. I want to highlight 5 of them here. Accountability, efficiency, one-on-one attention, habit forming, and trust. When you hire a coach, you undoubtedly trust that person. Otherwise, why would you hire them in the first place, right? You trust them because they are a bit further down the road than you, and you can see the results they have had with past clients that you yourself are looking for. Because of that trust, there is this inherent accountability of not letting the coach down. The accountability also comes in the form of scheduled meeting times with your coach, as well as maybe some exercises and certainly actions to take before a meeting. The reason accountability works is because you don't want to disappoint that other person. It's like when you were a kid, you didn't want to disappoint your parents, right? The trust you have in the expert will save you in having to figure out what is quote unquote right or wrong. Because you have that one-on-one attention, everything that the coach shares with you are catered around the goals and the information that you've provided to the coach. So it's going to be hyper relevant to your specific situation. An example of this is, let's just say when you were a kid, did you take piano or dance lessons, maybe even karate lessons? I know I always wanted to take karate, but my mother said it was too dangerous. Maybe you were into sports instead. Whatever lessons you took, didn't the teacher or coach meet you where you were? The very first piano lesson that you had, they showed you how to sit properly, what the pedals were for, and what the keys were, not how to play Mozart. If you were a baseball player or a softball player and couldn't hit but fielded well, didn't you get that extra time in the batting cage to work on your swing? See, same thing goes for a business coach. It's the most efficient way to ramp up the skills you are lacking in and smooth out the edges of your existing skill set. Hiring a coach is an investment of money and time without a doubt. Sometimes a very big investment depending on where you are. I would argue, though, that no matter what the investment is, it's something that you will reap the benefits from for the rest of your career. In the wise words of Ferris Bueller, life moves pretty fast. Hiring a coach is about valuing your time and what the expert can bring to you and your business. It may seem like a big investment, but you only get what you put into it. So if you want to accelerate your business growth and get further down the road quicker, then hiring a coach is without question the best way to do that. If you have a question, ask Rezzz. Find me on Twitter at Rezzz, or head on over to Rezzz.com and check out any of the other 175 other Ask Rezzz episodes. Maybe I've already answered a question you have. Till next time, it's your time to live in the feast.